To rehydrate bone-dry clay, you will need to break your clay in little pieces and put it in a Ziploc bag. Pour a small amount of water into your bag of clay. Don't put too much or else it becomes slip. Slowly place your Ziploc bag in a bucket of water. You will see the pressure of the water kind of vacuums the air out of the bag.
Make sure it's fully submerged underwater.
Get all the air out and slowly close the Ziploc bag. As you can see here, the clay looks like it's being vacuumed with water being inside the bag. And the clay will eventually expand, and then you can wedge it and then use it for your next project. Let your clay bag sit in a bucket of water for about 10 to 15 minutes. After 10 minutes, check your bag of clay. Feel if there are any clumps inside. If there are big clumps, then you would leave it there a little longer. Feel your clay, and the texture that you're looking for is wet but not slip. It's mushy, and what we can do is we can just place a rag in the bag of clay so it absorbs the excess water but still keep the clay moist. If you don't have a wedging table, another way to do it is on the ground. I recommend doing it outside versus inside the house. Same like before, I lay down my towel first. Just as you're wedging, the clay won't stick to the ground, and it'll be easy to clean up. Take your clay out of the Ziploc bag and kind of mush them together. Your goal is to get a nice consistency throughout your block of clay. Now your clay will feel really wet. Once again, you want to mush them all together, kind of get rid of air bubbles. And doing this on top of a towel, you won't stain the floor. If you can, try to shape it into a ball of clay. You are going to push down and forward. It will stick to the towel. This means that the clay is really wet. Eventually, it won't stick to the towel, and you can see that I'm moving my clay all around just so I can have a nice visual of the clay, if the clay is sticking to the towel or not. The towel might move around, but that's okay. Again, if you can, keep it in place. I'm using one hand to hold the towel down. If you have someone to help you kind of hold it down, that might work as well. Once you're done, again, wedging, push forward, rock it back, push forward, rock it back. And do this about 10 times. Repeat it if you need to until the clay doesn't stick to the towel anymore. As you can see, the block of clay is not staining the towel as much as when you originally took it out of the bag. Shape into a ball of clay, redo it again. Keep on doing it until the clay doesn't stick to your hands and it doesn't stick to the towel. And there you go. Your block of clay is ready for your next project. put it back in the bag and seal it really, really tight. Remember, if you have dirty hands, don't wash it down straight down the sink. Rinse it in a bucket of water first. Get as much clay out as possible. And with the rest of the water, just kind of let this clay sink in the bottom, and then you can pour the water outside.